May I come in, sir?
Yes, please.
Good afternoon, sir.
Very good.
Good
Afternoon.
afternoon. Good
Oh,
afternoon. Good afternoon.
please give me that code and take your seat.
Thank you, sir.
So first of all, uh, give a bit brief introduction to the board without sharing your personal information, uh, like your name, your home state name, your caste and religion.
Okay.
Please go ahead.
Sir, I have done class 10th in year 2010 from Jingle Bell Academy, Faizabad. And I have done my class 12th from Jingle Bell Academy in year 2012. After that, I have done graduation in BTech in Electronics Engineering from Harcourt Butler Technical Institute, Kanpur. After that, in 2016, after that, I've been preparing for civil services.
Okay. Can you share with us your hobby
Sir, I love playing cricket and watching cricket, also collecting the news about the cricket.
and your strength and weakness?
Sir, strength, I would say, sir, I am a team leader because in my engineering days and my also in my school days, I used to captain my cricket team. So I think leadership qualities in me. And in case of weakness, I say, sir, Hindi is my weakness at present. Uh, Hindi language is somewhat that makes me uncomfortable.
Why? You are belong to the Hindi belt.
Sir, but the vocabulary is an issue in Hindi.
Okay. So you are graduate in electronics engineering.
Yes, sir.
Nowadays, there is news about the bullet train. Can you explain the principle of superconductivity magnet? Superconducting magnet.
So superconductivity, I know means at after a certain temperature, the metal start behaving as a pure conductor. Means there will be no losses in transferring heat, but I don't know the concept of superconductivity magnet.
Okay. Can you explain the principles of MCB? Are you familiar with the pantograph? Your optional is geography. So tell me about the heat waves.
Sir, heat waves generally occurs in the month of April and May. These affect generally the region of northern plains because of the high temperature and also about due to less rainfall means the heat waves are generated and they pick up speed after a certain amount of time.
Now it is in the news
Yes, sir.
in the respect of Europe.
Yes, sir.
Why?
So the main reason I can think is about the climate changes because the temperature of those regions have risen up abnormally compared to last years. That is the main cause of the heat waves.
Can you explain the concept of monsoon gap?
Sir, monsoon gap generally refers to the intensity of monsoon. After a certain amount of time, the carrying capacity of monsoon waves decreases. After that, it again gains the speed. That gap is referred as a monsoon gap.
Okay, please, sir.
Please tell me about physical deficit. What are main causes physical deficit continuously increases in India?
So physical deficit refers to the difference between import and export. If a country import more than it is export, then the term physical deficit arises. The main reason that I can think of why India is going through physical deficit, firstly, our export quality is not up to the mark compared to international standards, and also the trade barriers placed by many countries differs related to India.
You are saying physical deficit or trade deficit.
So fiscal deficit. Sorry, sir, trade deficit.
I am asking about physical deficit.
So fiscal deficit refers to government expenditures and its revenues. If a government expenditures exceeds the revenues it collected, then it is known
This
as
is
fiscal
not
deficit.
physical, this is revenue deficit. I am asking physical deficit. Who gives concept of physical deficit?
Sir, RBI. इकोनॉमिक सर्वे.
तो उसे बताइए हु माय क्वेश्चन इज दैट हु गिव्स कंसेप्ट ऑफ फिजिकल डिफिसिट?
No, sir, I don't know.
डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह. My next question, point out some causes of Sri Lanka crisis.
Sir, the main reason of Sri Lanka crisis is refers to its physical deficit. Means the government has not enough earning in the its account. For also the foreign trade imbalance caused in its economy is the main cause of its downfall. Also, the Chinese investment there is not being fruitful. That's why I think there's the reason.
How Sri Lanka crisis affect to Indian internal security?
Sir, basically, if a neighboring country of India is in a problem, automatically it becomes a problem for India because now Sri Lanka can be used by any country as its pawn to imbalance India's security problem. For example, China can use Sri Lanka as a base to infiltrate terrorism in India, and also weak neighbor is always a problem with respect to trade and also with respect to neighboring policy.
Point out some specific problem of UP which is differ from other state.
Sir, the main problem of UP is the sir, regional imbalances. Various regions like Western UP and Eastern UP, there is a huge imbalances in between these regions. So this can be one of the major problems. And also, I think, sir, health-wise, UP lags behind. Also, in related to women's crime, UP is number one according to NCRB data.
Tell me some point about Niti Aayog.
Sir, Niti Aayog was formed in year 2015. It replaced the Planning Commission of India. Now, its full form is National Integrating Technical Institute. Sorry, sir, I am not remembering the full form. It replaces the Planning Commission of India as a supreme body. It is a non-constitutional body. It acts as an advisory to various ministries. It also helps in coordinating relation between states and center.
Few days ago, Niti Aayog released in Innovation Index. What is the position of UP in this index? What is SDG?
SDG refers to Sustainable Development Goals. This term was coined by World Organization. It refers to implementing some goals to prevent our natures, and it is basically to decrease the temperature rise in the atmosphere. It has to be achieved by 2030.
Only temperature
Sir, there are various sectors. For example, health is there, education is there, women securities are there, waters are there. Sir,
What are main barrier in women's security, women empowerment?
Sir, I think the first reason can be the people still consider women as a taboo in their society, and also women education is not up to the mark that has been planned by our country's policy makers, and also still in many areas, women workforce agency is not up to that level.
Why India want to membership of Security Council?
Sir, the main reason that India wants the membership of Security Council is that because Security Council becomes a very important body in decision making in UN, and also with the growth that India have encountered over the past year, India is entitled to position in Security Council because it is a fastest growing economy in the world, and also the earlier country that has been in Security Council that dates back to 1944 after the 1945 after the World War. So a change must be brought into that council.
What are main causes of honor killing in India?
So the main causes of honor killing in India is still the societal with backwardness that exists in our society. still religion and caste is considered to be superior than human being in our society. That's why people thought that's why the term of use of honor killing is happening exceedingly in present time.
Honor killing is related to intercaste marriage.
Sir, it can be related to intercaste marriages also, and inter-religion marriages also.
You are favor in intercaste marriage or not?
Sir, according to me, choice of a person is supreme. If a person wishes to marry a person, it is his or her personal choices. Society should not interfere into that matter.
In few years, foreign policy of India is going to offensive. It is good for India or not? In few years, foreign policy of India is going to offensive. It is good or not?
Going to be offensive. I don't think, sir, it is a problem because foreign policy is a very delicate matter. There are certain steps that a country's administration took that we are not able to comprehend. So I don't think that is a problem.
Point out some non-state factors which influence internal security of India.
Sorry, sir, I can't remember.
No problem, sir.
Your background is from electronic engineering. How you can use electronic engineering in the running of administration? Because nowadays we are living where artificial intelligence are going on. What will be the difficulties in the implementations of artificial intelligence in the rural areas? If not, then what will be your priorities?
Sir, I think electronics engineering holds the key for our future development. In present context, there is a lack of infrastructure that withholds the India's progress in artificial intelligence field. As an administrator, my first mode priority would be to mobilize the infrastructure and also to mobilize the funding toward these sectors, because ultimately in order to compete with the world, we have to advance in these technologies. So these technology must infiltrate in our villages also.
You might have heard about Professor Yaspal. Don't know Professor Yaspal? Okay. So suppose you don't have any infrastructure, and without or less infrastructure, how an engineer can do something better in any subdivision of UP? Because infrastructures are already there, and if not, our country is now developed, it is going to be developing day by day. So only the infrastructures cannot change anything in multifaceted way. So it is the approach, I think, that is the beautification of the individual human being. That's why in the administration people are coming. Otherwise, electronic, by the gadgets we can do anything in this world. But what will be your innovative kinds of things that you can really make a news that Mr. Ramesh or Mr. Suresh, whatever your name, has brought this change in a particular section of the society?
Sir, if infrastructure is not up to the mark in my territory, I would still promote and or subjugate my not subjugate influence my society, or members of my community, of my state, to use that limited technology in order to create maximum benefit. It is not only because due to the infrastructure that we can develop. It is the mentality or the approach that we have make us to reach our goal. So I would enthusiasm them, the public of my area, to innovate in the section and also to comprehend the various technologies that are going around.
In today's era, it is said that the administrative people are also involved in corruption. Most of the youth who are coming to this field, it is not only the doing the kinds of things that we will do service, we will do implement all these things, that it is only the power, glamour and money is involved by joining this. Because why I am saying this? Because you are already electronic engineer, You could have a better option. You are having a better option, but still you are going to serve the people who do not have even basic education. They do not have the exposure to the world. They do not have the basic amenities, and it is the human tendency to enjoy after getting the education, and that's why a lot of people are going to Western countries and doing services. All wants comfort in the life. What is the point that you want to discomfort in your life?
Sir, the main reason that I left my engineering was because I was not up to the par with the level of engineering study that was going on. I was not very much enthusiasm about that subject. That's why, sir, I left that field. It is nothing to do with the glamorous post or the corruption that is going on in these sectors. Also, these sectors offers various dimension that a person can work upon. So I think I can use my personality in exploring those areas so that I can give maximum benefit to my country and my society.
Two quick questions. Who are IT minister in this state of UP and at central level? You don't know. Try to find out because you are from electronics background. The last question from my side, that suppose you are involved in corruption, suppose, and because your family have some kinds of constraint, how you can defend yourself?
So first of all, corruption can never be defended at any point of time. If anyhow I am involved in a
But sorry to interrupt, but it is the open secret. Open secret, as Kautilya has said in his book Arthashastra, the people, the person, the administration, the politicians who are the part, they must have tested the honey on their tongues. It is a proverb. I mean to say that whatever the things you are going, it is open secret. Suppose you are involved in any way, suppose your subordinates or anyone takes bribe for the compulsions, constraints kinds of things, what will be your reaction, how you can cope up with the system?
Sir, corruption at any point of time is not feasible for the country. If somehow I am involved in the corruption, my first most uh, option would be to admit this to my superiors or to my ministry that I'm involved with. I should not continue this type of behavior in future. If somehow I have done corruption in my past, I would submit my findings to the my superiors.
You told us that you do not have comfort with the Hindi, I think so. So what is the correct sentence? You told to some of the board members that one of the place or one of the, it is correct, grammatically correct, one of the place or one of the places, one of the persons, one of the cities. It is, what is the grammatical corrections? Please see, one of the places, one of the persons, because you have to distinguish from plural to singular. Thank you, sir, please.
Okay, just tell me why you should be selected.
Sir, as I said in my introduction only, that I have a certain leadership qualities. That's why I think in administrative section,
Cite any example in your life where you have shown your leadership quality.
sir, during my school days and also in my engineering days, I have captained my school team and also my college team, and I have reached the finals and also won a certain tournament. So I think, sir, in that way, I can say that I have a leadership quality. And also, sir, I believe in a teamwork, not an individual effort. That's why, sir, I think.
Okay, so you have you believe in teamwork, right? Okay, and your optional is geography, right? Okay, can you just tell me why the disasters are mainly the Himalayan northern Himalayan states are prone to disasters compared to northeastern states?
First of all, sir, there is a natural reason. That's why the region of northern plains are more vulnerable to disaster.
Not northern plains, northern Himalayan states are prone to disasters more comparatively to northeastern states. Why?
Sir, there is a natural reason that because they lies in the Himalayan belt, and also second reason would be the infrastructure that lags behind, and also so that.
Okay, if you are a student of geography, you should know it, right? Okay, can you just tell me uh, the salinity of the ocean water, right? Is it more at the equators or is it more at the poles? If not so, then what's the condition?
So the salinity is more at the poles compared to equator.
It's more to the poles compared to the equators. Okay. Okay, fine. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So, can you explain the principle of induction stove? How it works?
Sir, inductions work on a principle that electricity generated in a field can be transferred to a field through the coil medium. And in these two coils are placed to each other, and due to the magnetic field caused, the electricity is transferred from one field to another. It works on that principle.
Faizabad is now Ayodhya. What you feel before and after the changing the name?
Sir, I think Faizabad recognition as an Ayodhya brought it to the central means at the national level, because compared to Ayodhya, Faizabad name was not up to that mark. Now comparing with the now naming it to the Ayodhya can will bring more infra means investment in these regions, and also politically also the region will become will be in news.
Okay. Your interview is over. You may go now.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.